ROA Insights provides NAIA members in-depth data on how athletics can affect institutional enrollment, student success, and financial viability. In this video, we'll be looking at how an administrator can use ROA Insights to find information on a sport they're considering adding. You'll learn how to use the comparison page to find information on a sport not offered at your institution, and how to use the filtering on the comparisons page to narrow your like group. One of the most powerful tools in ROA Insights is the ability to compare your institution against a set of similar schools. In this scenario, NAIA Private University is considering the addition of men's wrestling. The athletics director and president are wanting to get a perspective on the impact men's wrestling has on campuses similar to theirs. They'd start by going to the comparisons dashboard. At the top of the page, they could see a number of different filters. One's for enrollment, tuition and fees, number of sports, school type, and a specific sport. There's even a filter for a particular year. They can use these to narrow the number of like institutions to a set of schools that are similar to NAIA Private University. Below that, you'll see a table of the Roa Key Metrics. On the left-hand side, you'll see information on your institution. You'll see the institution's values for that year and the percentile at which they fall within the like group. On the right-hand side, you'll see the number of like institutions at the top, and you also see the average, the median, and the range for that group. For this example, we want to look particularly at men's wrestling. So let's adjust the sport to only men's wrestling. You can see when you select something in the filtering, it recalculates all the values. Now all the values on the left go to 0 for NAIA Private University because they don't have this sport. But on the right, they see a grouping or a set of numbers for institutions that have men's wrestling that meet the filtering criteria. So it shows currently at the top that there are 26 like institutions. Well, let's say that the president and the athletic director want to narrow a little bit farther. Let's say that they only want to look at private institutions that have men's wrestling. This takes the number of wrestling schools down to 23. And let's say they want to look particularly at schools that have an enrollment between 800 and 2,000. Now, when you're using the filtering, you can see that you can either adjust the sliders or you can type directly in the box. The page recalculates to 8 like institutions with an enrollment between 800 and 2,000 that have the sport of men's wrestling. These schools see an average net return of $395,000 and have an average roster size of 32 wrestlers in their program. But you can see that the range is fairly dramatic when it comes to number of kids on the squad. It's as low as 13 for some schools and as high as 63 for others. Additionally, you can see that the discount rate is around 50% at the full cost of attendance, and that the tuition-only discount rate is 60%, and you can also see some information on sport expenses. If you wanted to save this information so you could come back directly to it the next time, there's the green Save Filters button, and it'll tell you that your filters have been saved. So next time, president or athletic director come to the comparison page, this will be the information they will see. You can also use the drop-down feature above to look at information for varsity students, non-varsity students, or post-athletic students, depending on the information you're trying to see. As you can see, the comparisons page is a powerful tool to look at your program against other programs in the association, or look at sports that you don't have and see how they might have an impact on your campus.